Yes, guys, hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. We're just 2 days away from the start of IPL 2023. Plenty of teams we've covered, and we still have a few to cover. So I thought I'll come a bit early today. We got one more episode in the night where Faz, my co host, will be joining me. But in this episode, we will be looking at the defending champions, Gujarat Titans, who I had last year in my predictions, but were eventual champions led by Hardik Pandya. And we'll also be talking about potential challengers, Punjab Kings. Punjab have never won an IPL in their history since the inception of the league, but the team does look stronger and stronger in the last few years. One concern is the injury of Johnny Bairstow. Without him, how are they going to cope? Do they have the players? We will find out. I think both these teams have potential. The only thing with Gujarat Titans, I don't know. I just feel that last year a lot went in their way. Agar aap dekhe, like kafi matches went to the wire. They just got out of jail at times, whether it was the Punjab game or the Sunrisers game. Tewatia, Rashid Khan bailed them out. Now to consistently do that year in year out is a bit more difficult. They'll have to have consistency. I think apart from Shubman Gill and Hardik Pandya, I think batting could be an issue. They've gotten Kane Williamson, so that's a big thing. I'll just go to the comments. Sahur time, baby. Thank you, Abu Bakr, for joining me. Yeah, I mean, for you it is Sahur time and Ramadan Mubarak. Hope you are doing well and your fasts are good. And I don't know if you're going to be awake, but in the night, I mean, your time around 12, 1 or 11, 12, I think we will be doing Sunriser. So you should join us for that. Faz will also be joining us. But yeah, मैं यही बोल रहा था कि गुजरात फिर से रिपीट करना जो लास्ट ईयर के हीरोइक्स थे थोड़ा मुश्किल दिख रहा है मेरे लिए. लास्ट ईयर भी मैं उनको लास्ट ईयर रखा था, ये टाइम भी लास्ट ईयर रखूंगा, लेकिन आई डोंट नो इफ दे गोना क्वालिफाई द प्लेऑफ्स. आई थिंक पंजाब किंग्स हैव अ बेटर चांस. यस, देयर इज नो जॉनी बेयरस्टो, लेकिन उनके पास प्लेयर है, तगड़े प्लेयर, T20 player है. They have Shikhar Dhawan, who's experienced also, and bowling बहुत तगड़ी है पंजाब की. Gujarat also have let go of Lockie Ferguson, which I really didn't understand, because I think Ferguson and Shami, they had a great partnership with that new ball, and Ferguson also in the death overs did a fabulous job. So him going also, I think, I know they do have Alzari Joseph, but still Ferguson winning the trophy, helping Gujarat there, and then going back to Kolkata, I really didn't understand that, but yeah, there are these things that happens with player trades. Let's start off and look at the Punjab Kings squad. So this is the graphic that we have made, as you can see coming on your screen. Punjab Kings. तो अगर मैं देखा all-rounders का list that stands out for me. Sam Curran, they've got him back. They didn't retain him. They had him, then he went to Chennai, and then they got him for a record bid. Was it like 18 crores they got Sam Curran for? And Sam Curran was the player of the tournament for England in that T20 World Cup. He was outstanding in the death overs, and we also know Sam Curran with the bat can be very effective as well. Now on smaller grounds in India, will he be as effective in the death? That is only time will tell. I think that is the main question, because in Australia, if you remember, fields thode bade the, the squares were big. So even if they're trying to hit him square of the wicket, either they're getting out on the boundary, or the fielder was cutting off the boundary. So that's the one question that I have with Sam Curran. But apart from that, yeah, he's really matured. I think his accuracy has really improved. He can nail those Yorkers as well. Him, Rabada, and Arshdeep. I think that's the best fast bowling trio in the IPL right now on paper. That's just my opinion. They have a decent spin option in Rahul Char, who did well last year. I think then if they want, they can try a Livingston. They could try a Sikandar Raza as well in the middle overs to bowl. In the batting, one guy I want to point out is Jitesh Sharma. I think he had a fabulous season last year, and he was one of the reasons that they were doing well. Unfortunately, again, they didn't make the playoffs, but Jitesh Sharma again will have a role to play in that middle order. I think if again, let me know what you guys think. Who's going to open? I think it might be Shikhar Dhawan and um, Prav Simran Singh to start off with. Then one down, maybe Raja Paksa, Livingstone, and then Jitesh Sharma. That's how I'm looking at it. But yeah, with Beresford not there, थोड़ा सा कमजोर तो दिख रहा. Batting looks weak. Not enough match winners with the bat. I think that's because there was no Johnny Bairstow, Abu Bakar. If he's there, then we wouldn't say that, and that is unfortunate. But I will still try to find your match winners. Raja Paksa, he has that ability. We saw that in the Asia Cup. Livingston has the ability. We've seen that, in domestic cricket. Sam Curran also with the bat can do things. Shikhar Dhawan, not on that level yet, but he can be a match winner if required. Matthew Short had a really good BPL, so watch out for him. I agree with you. It's looking weaker, and that's because of the injury. And obviously, when you have a major injury like that for a star player, then of course your batting will look weaker. But I still feel that there are match winners there. But I would still say that it's a decent batting lineup. I wouldn't say it's the strongest. Decent batting lineup, but bowling is really good. I think that's where they're going to focus. Harpreet Brar as well, I forgot about him. He can bowl pretty well as well. So, agar aap dekhe, bowling achhi hai, and that's where they can build from Punjab. They have the ability to restrict oppositions to 140, 150, and when they're defending, they can defend scores of 160, 170. They have good new ball bowling, death bowling, and middle overs as well. I think Shikhar Dhawan and Matthew Short will open the batting. The only thing I have a problem with Matthew Short is that he is not proven in the IPL in Indian conditions. So will they start off with him? That is the main question that I have. They might as well take that risk. He did have a good big bash. He is in form, but I don't know. I just feel that slowly get him into the thick of things, because in IPL it can be very overwhelming. And if you get out first 2-3 games for an overseas batter, it becomes very difficult to cement your place in the side. From the foreign players, I think I would go with Raja Paksa. I'll go with Livingston, Sam Curran, and Rabada. So that's why for me, trying to slot in Matthew Short, thoda sa dikkat aayega mere liye. I think Punjab will finish second last. Sikandar Raza and Sam Curran only players in form. That's a big call. So that's what people are saying now, especially after the injury of Bairstow. But I don't know. I still think that they do have the bowling. If you look at their bowlers, they still have bowling. It won't be. There will be games that they will be in it. It won't be easy to defeat them. So mere hisab se, I think they can make the playoffs. I'll be honest with you. Yes, but Punjab, the history shows that these guys choke. These guys not consistent. They don't. The opposite of punch over the way. They always underperform, and there's so many games that they're in a winning position, they lose. So the history doesn't suggest that they will make the playoffs or they'll win this trophy. But I think, with the new captain, with the good bowling attack, with a few good all-rounders, they have a team that can compete. That's what, and also look, you have to understand every other opposition team will have holes as well, because of the 10-team IPL. हर team में कुछ ना कुछ problem होने वाला है. तो मेरे हिसाब से, if you pit this against maybe KKR or even RCB or Gujarat, these guys can compete. I think they can compete. Why not? Every team will have issues. One thing is that I need Shah Rukh Khan to perform, man. We've heard a lot about him. He's done really well in domestic cricket last year. लेकिन वो level तक अभी perform नहीं किया IPL में, and I think Punjab requires someone like a Shah Rukh Khan to step up. An Indian talent who can play as a finisher, who has a good strike rate when he's in form. So I think his performance will be under scrutiny. They're too reliant on foreign players, both in batting and bowling. They are, but then you have Indian players who can slot in. For example, a Shikhar Dhawan. Again, we're not expecting him to go crazy or get the orange cap, but stabilize things. Arshdeep, again, yes, he had a few poor games for India, but apart from that, he's played in the the World Cup, Asia Cup. He's shown maturity. He has, the skill as well. And then you have Rahul Chahar. This is another Indian player who has played for India as well. You expect him to do stuff. Jitesh Sharma had a really good IPL last year, an Indian player who shined. And then if you look at the Raj Bawa, I think he has a really good future. I don't know if this year he's going to perform or he's going to play every game, but we saw him in the under 19 level. He was pretty good for India. He played under Yash Dul and the guys. So he's someone in the future to look out for in terms of Indian talent. So there is Indian talent there, yes, but their foreign players do outshine, because look at the quality of the foreign players as well. Ravada, man, who wouldn't want Ravada in your team? The guy is always taking wickets. Yeah, he has a tendency to be expensive. Lekin he is a wicket taker. Sam Curran, the best bowler in that T20 World Cup, and can bat as well. Sikandar Raza as well. He's been useful with the ball in Indian conditions when the ball's going to turn. I think he has the ability to pick your wickets. Again, will he play every game? I'm not sure, but he is an option over there. Livingston as well with the ball can bowl. So they have options. Even if you look at the foreign players will provide flexibility. Sam Curran will provide with the bat and ball. So will Liam Livingston. Rabada can hit a few as well. So you have to consider that. You remember the Mumbai Indians in the WPL, they had a similar thing where they relied on their foreign players. They had one or two Indian players. They relied on the foreign players. Their foreign players provided in both departments, and maybe this Punjab can team can do something like that. आप लोग मुझे बताइए आपका क्या है predicted 11. I will show you ours. Of course, this is just an opinion. We can easily change this. This is our predicted 11. So I've gone with Prabhsimran Singh and Shikhar Dhawan to open. Rajapaksa 1 down, Livingston 2, Shah Rukh Khan, Jitesh Sharma, Sam Curran, Rishi Dhawan, Rahul Chahar, Kagiso Rabada, and Arshdeep Singh. I think Rishi Dhawan again last year had a good domestic T20 for India in India, but for the Punjab Kings, he didn't perform on that level. So hopefully we see a more improved performance from him. He is experienced. He's played, a lot of domestic cricket. He understands these conditions, and easily he can be rotated with a Bawa if required. Sam Curran, if you look at that bowling, man, Sam Curran, Rahul Chahar, Kagiso Rabada, Arshdeep Singh, I think that's top notch. If Indian talent stands up and deliver, they can make playoffs. Otherwise, they won't find winning combination. I agree with you. You need your Indian talent to step up. That's where I'm banking on a Shah Rukh Khan. I'm banking on a Jitesh Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan as well to give me the start. Shikhar Dhawan, I was watching some of his innings last year as well. He batted pretty well, agar aap dekhe. And also, he's not saying that, but he has kind of a point to prove, right? He's not in the Indian team anymore. If he has a good IPL, at least his name will be in and around that. I don't think he has that much cricket in him left. He's 36, 37. But this season, I'm sure he'll want to do well and give Punjab those starts with the responsibility of captain. If he can guide his team, that will be so good for him. Livingston, if you look at that middle order as well, Livingston, Shah Rukh Khan, Jitesh Sharma and Rajapaksa, this has the potential to be very explosive. Run rate, I don't think issue hone wala hai in log ke liye. Agar ye log कंसिस्टेंटली खेलो. कंसिस्टेंसी इज गोइंग टू बी द की फॉर पंजाब. और ये तो हर साल इनका यही प्रॉब्लम है, कंसिस्टेंट नहीं है. प्लेयर्स रहते हैं, टैलेंट रहता है, लेकिन गेम इन गेम आउट कहीं ना कहीं गलतियां करते हैं. दे हैव टू अवॉइड इंडिविजुअल एरर्स, whether it was that Odin Smith throwing that ball and getting overthrows against Gujarat, or Cottrell getting smashed for 5 6s the year before. They have to minimize those errors, and particularly against Tewatia. But yeah, they have to minimize those errors, and when they're in a strong position, I think Shikhar Dhawan this time has, as an experienced captain, needs to show that calmness as well and guide his players to victory, take them over the line. Look, Sam Curran is also more experienced now. Kagiso Rabada has experience. Arshdeep Singh is 2 years older, so I think this will help in terms of experience. And where Sikandar Raza makes it to the final 11. He's in form of his life. I think Rishi Dhawan is a finished player like Shikhar. Look, you can replace Rishi for Bawa. We're just starting with this, but how do we get Sikandar Raza? And you take out Rajapaksa, you bring in an Indian batter, and you get in Sikandar Raza. There is a possibility you could do that. He can bat a bit higher at in the order as well. So that's an option. Look, it's going to be a long season. 10 team hai, to aapko games kafi khelna hai. To us hisab se, this is just the start. You can always show flexibility, and the way the Punjab squad is built, they will have options to tinker with, especially in the foreign department. To us hisab se, I think, yeah, why not? You can bring in Sikandar Raza when required. I have only 2 changes to 11. Put Matthew Short as opener in place of Rajapaksa and Harpreet Brar in place of Prabhsiram. Fair enough, you could do that. Harpreet Brar, I still remember that spell when he took that wicket of Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers and Maxwell as well, I think. That was a brilliant spell. And that's the thing with Punjab, man. This team, they blow hot and cold, but then even when they're blowing hot, when they're on fire, suddenly they lose the game. They're in control of the match and they lose the game. And this is where they need to change things. The players are a bit more experienced. Shikhar Dhawan has to get that team to be a bit more calm in those situations and help the team cross the line. This is the thing with Punjab. There's so many times in good positions they lose the game. If you still see this team, I like this team on paper 11. I don't. This is my rivals though because. Like living in Canada over the last 10 years, I've made a lot of Punjabi friends, and I'm from Hyderabad, and we always argue who's going to win. And I always tell them my city has 2 titles and your city has 0. So they're my rivals. But if I just look at this team, अच्छी team है. Team तो अच्छी है. There is firepower in that batting. There's firepower in the bowling. Spinner wise, again, maybe they want an additional spinner, and that's why Ibrahim Bhai is mentioning Harpreet Brahi is an option. Definitely someone they'll have to look at. Rahul Chowd, there'll be a lot of pressure on him, a lot of reliance on him as well. With the ball because he's their main spinner, and they will rely on him to take wickets when required. And I understand where you're coming from. If you do play a Harpreet Brah, that's your second spin option. Livingston can roll his arm over if required as well. So yeah, I think Punjab is looking pretty good. Let's look at a few stats as well. Blast from the past type. From Punjab, their highest run scorer. I'm not surprised at all. KL Rahul, look at that average, 56.62. Incredible. He's been owning that orange cap, especially when he played for Punjab. But yeah, even with him, they never won a trophy. The best individual bowling figures, AS Rajput, 4 overs, 14 runs, 5 wickets. What a spell against my team. Highest individual score, again, KL Rahul, no surprise either. Lowest team total, 73 against LSG. That was last year. And highest wicket taker, Piyush Chawla, 84 wickets. For the Punjab Kings. Now they're going to be playing in 2 home venues, Dharamshala and Mohali. Let me know what you guys think of that. I think I don't know why I feel that's kind of unfair for them. I feel that you should have 1 home ground. I understand you're trying to expand the IPL. Dharamshala is a beautiful venue. Don't get me wrong, but for a franchise, especially when apart from Rajasthan, Punjab, all the other franchises are playing all their home games in their city, it becomes a better thing because not only you build a crowd, you get familiar with the pitches, you understand the ground dimensions better, and you can build a proper fortress. Here you're splitting between Dharamshala and Mohali, and it becomes a bit difficult because Dharamshala, the conditions will be slightly different. You might have to play a different combination. You might need an extra fast bowler, and then Mohali mein you might need the extra spinner, bigger ground, and play 2-3 spinners. Make sure you get catches at the boundary. So I think it's kind of unfair for them, man, that they're playing in 2 home venues. Also, Mohali is their hometown. You allow the audiences to watch as many games as possible, get behind the team, and you build that sort of relationship as well. So yeah, I think that's kind of unfair for them that they're playing half the game in Dharamshala. Which for Indian players would you select as potential impact players? That's a very good question, sir. I think Harpreet Brah definitely can be one. Bawa, Rajendra Bawa could be another one. If they want, they could go with who I have in the 11, which is which is Rishi Dhawan. He's also an impact player that you can have. Now, let me just go back and look at the squad in terms of impact players. So, yeah, they do have plenty of options over there. What's his name? This guy, bro. Baltej Singh. I've heard a lot about him. He could be used. So they have plenty of options in terms of the impact player. I don't think Punjab will, have much of an issue in terms of Indian players. Of course, if the impact player was foreign, it would have helped them even more because then they could have brought in other players. I'm just looking at Nathan Ellis over there. I got a bit distracted. Nathan Ellis is also a very good option. For example, if Kagiso Rabada is not fit for the game or if they want to rest him, Nathan Ellis is a really good bowler. He has the pace as well, so I'm interested to see how he plays. To be honest, Shah Rukh Khan has chance of lifetime to make his name. He wouldn't get as such importance in any other team if he shines. He can make it to Indian team. I completely agree with you. I think this is his time. He's been backed for 2-3 years, and he has the talent. I've seen glimpses of him even in domestic cricket. अगर आप देखें वो विजय हजारे and Saeed Mushtaq Ali, actually उसमें उन्हें निकल के आता, उसका talent दिखने में आता. He's a proper finisher. He has the ability to hit sixes at will. He's a good power player, and he understands his game pretty well. And I'm surprised that he hasn't played to his potential yet, and this is his year. He has to step up. I am in complete agreement with you, Nitesh Bhai. ज़रूरी है भाई उसको परफॉर्म करना शाहरुख खान को. Same thing I would say with Rayan Parag from Rajasthan. He's been backed. Abdul Samad for Sunrisers. These guys have these Indian talented players have been backed for a while by their franchises. They've retained them quite a few times, and yes, they haven't reached the level yet, but hopefully they can repay that the faith. And I'm sure the franchise has seen something in them. There is talent in them, and that's why they are retaining them. And they've been associated for a long time. Now is the time for them to shine. They're a bit more mature. They're a bit older. They've played more in the IPL. They know what to expect. कि भाई ये conditions रहेंगे ये आपका वो रहेगा. And I think with the for some players with the introduction of fans, home crowd, packed stadiums, it might impact in a positive way and you might see them perform better मेरे हिसाब से. तो अगर आप देखें तो maybe this is Shahrukh Khan's year. Let's see what happens. But yeah, this overall Punjab team, I think it's decent. Bairstow definitely is a huge miss, लेकिन फिर भी अच्छी team है ये. Bowling looks solid, like I mentioned. For me, the leading run scorer that I'm looking at for them, oh, it's a tough one, but I'll go with their captain Shikhar Dhawan because he's opening the batting and he does provide that stability. And with the ball, I'm going to go with Kagiso Rabada. He might even compete for that purple cap overall. He might end up with the purple cap, highest wicket taker in the tournament. He has that wicket taking knack. One thing I would say, Rabada, I don't know what you guys think, but I feel that he's a bit more effective in UAE in the IPL compared to India. In India, I've seen him get tonked a bit, but in the UAE, he's done crazy. He's still a class bowler, don't get me wrong, he's outstanding. And also with the introduction of Sam Curran, Sam Curran and Arshdeep can handle the death overs, and that allows Kagiso Rabada to finish his spell by the 15th, 16th over if required. He can do that. So that means he can bowl 2-3 in the power play, he can bowl 1 or 2 in the middle as well, and he's done. And then you can the last 4 overs, Arshdeep and Sam Curran can handle. And that's what the introduction of Sam Curran does. It has an impact on other players as well. With the bat as well, it will allow Shikhar, Simran, Rajapaksa to go even more what do you call it, ham at the top, goes try to smash it from ball one because उनको पता है कि भाई Sam Curran तक batting है हमारे पास, वो भी आके मार सकता है. He can also play as a floater. Sometimes he can open the batting, sometimes he can come one down also, and that will provide more batting depth to the team. So I think Sam Curran's introduction will have more than one impact, not only with his individual skill, but will I think be better for that team balance. Shah Rukh Khan can also bowl spin if needed for Punjab. That's a very good shout. Shah Rukh Khan can, and yes, that shows that they do have a lot of options with both bat and ball. Punjab, where will they finish? It's a tough question. I have Lucknow at fourth, Sunrise third. These guys, okay. I still think they can make the playoffs, but I'm going to go with six just with their history. And I have a rivalry with these guys. So I'll probably say sixth, seventh, they will finish. But I wouldn't be surprised if they can come into that top four because of look, I'm someone, if you have a very good bowling attack, I think you can go far in a tournament. We saw that with Delhi when they had Rabada, Nokia, Ashwin Aksar. We saw that with Sunrisers when they had Mustafizur, Nehra, and Bhuvneshwar Kumar at his peak. And we saw that in Mumbai when they had Trent Bolt, Jasprit Bumrah, Coulter Nile, these guys. So I think if you have a good bowling attack, you can always go further in the tournament. And I will not be surprised if they make the playoffs, but I'm not going to keep them there for now. The rivalry is on. That's it, I think, from the Punjab Kings. If you have any comments, questions, keep them coming. Abhi देखेंगे हम लोग defending champions जो मैं last रखा था last year in my predictions. I don't know how अभी तक मगर इन लोग defending champions है. And it was an incredible achievement. I think first it's their captain Hardik Pandya, bad ball captaincy was outstanding. Then their star players Rashid Khan stepped up, Shubman Gill stepped up, David Miller stepped up. At that time Ferguson was there, him and Shami stepped up. So their star players stepped up in every game, and there were individual performances which are helping them cross the line. Now this year, can they have the same amount of energy? That luck factor, will it be there for them? Will they be able to get out of jail every single time? That's going to be the big question. I personally don't think so. They still have a decent team. David Miller, of course, he won't be there initially. उन्हें नहीं रहेंगे पहले एक दो game में, but that's for a lot of South African players. Shubman Gill, this might be the season where this guy is scoring 700 to 800 runs. Maybe, he's in the form of his life, all three formats. He is India's future. He's played really well on the international circuit, and I think in the IPL he will have more opportunities to attack opposition bowlers. There will be एक दो bowlers in opposition where he can target and probably score 20, 30 runs off them. So Shuman Gill is my player to watch out for. He is my predicted leading run scorer. A lot will rely on him and the start he gives, because then look, it's Saha. Again, I'm not sure Saha will be able to provide that level of consistency. He's getting older as well. Kane Williamson, look, he's a Sunrisers player. I respect him a lot. Zabardast the une. Oh, I have to take this comment. Proud Punjabi kithe paji ki hal chal. Charok has to make the run this year. Otherwise, Punjab should release him. I agree, man. This is the time. He has that potential, and ये time है उसको perform करने के लिए. But yeah, batting wise, I'm still not 100%. I think a lot will be reliant on Shubman Gill and Hardik Miller when he does arrive. And then you need like cameos again from Tewatia, Rashid. I think that is going to be the issue for them. Sai Sudarshan, he was decent last time round. Sikar Bharat, he's an option. If Saha is not performing to that level, you can bring in Bharat into the 11. Matthew Wade is always an option also. Vijay Shankar, I don't know, man. I don't know if he's on that level, but he's like a foil to Hardik Pandya. Again, he provides you that option of an all-rounder. Odin Smith, after getting smashed against them, they've got him into the team. That is crazy. Sai Kushore is someone that I'm looking forward to watch. I think he is a pretty good spinner. Will he get up, place? It's debatable because they might go with Tewatia and Rashid as the spinners, but I don't know if Tewatia can bowl a quota of 4. That's why mere liye Sai Kishore should be an option. From their foreign fast bowlers, Josh Little is there. He's been fantastic for Ireland, and Alzari Joseph. Alzari Joseph has the potential. We saw just, was it yesterday in South Africa? He bowled really well. He's showing discipline in his game, and I think he can be one of the key players for Gujarat Titans. We saw what Ferguson did last year, or I think ये साल Alzari Joseph का जो performance रहेगा, जो impact रहेगा, it could be crucial for Gujarat if they want to make the playoffs or not. He'll be a vital cog in that team. But yes, I think again हार्दिक पांड्या कितने गेम खेलने वाला है, ये सवाल तो उठने वाला है, because injury prone है वो बंदा. अगर वो हर गेम खेल रहा है, बैटिंग बॉलिंग कर रहा है, we know what he can do. We saw him promote himself at number 4 last year. Sometimes he came one down as well. He likes responsibility. I think the way he led his side, him and Ashish Nehra, they were very chilled about it. Yes, at times they would, you could see a bit of tempers flow, but I think the way they conducted themselves, they enjoyed their game, and that's how and they give responsibility to players who might not in general might not get responsibility in other teams, but this team they were like the star player. For example, Tewatia, David Miller, I think the way he was reborn last season, that was incredible, man. David Miller has been an IPL icon. Ab dekh lo, pehle saal, like first 2-3 years from 2000, not first 2-3 years, but 2012-13, so I remember him playing. From there to 10 years on, he's been killing it in the IPL, and I'm sure Gujarat will be expecting more of him as well in this tournament. Let's look at their predicted 11. Let me know what you guys also think about your predicted 11s. Initially, I'm slotting in Williamson over there. You can take him out if needed as well, but I'm starting as Williamson, Hardik Pandya, Miller, Tewatia, Rashid Khan, Shivam Mavi, Odin Smith, Mohammad Shami, and Sai Kishore. I expect a lot from Shivam Mavi. I saw him in that under 19 World Cup when Prithvi Shaw was the captain, और मेरे को पसंद है वो प्लेयर. आई थिंक वो बैटिंग भी कर ले सकता, फील्डिंग भी अच्छी कर सकता है, एथलेटिक प्लेयर है, बॉलिंग भी उसमें वो बंदे में पेस है. आई नो ऊपर देख के बॉलिंग करता है वो, थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट एक्शन है, लेकिन आई थिंक ही कैन बी इफेक्टिव. द मेन थिंग इज ही हैज टू बी fully fit. If he's fully fit and he plays the full season, I think he has potential to do well for Gujarat. How do you rate Odin Smith? I think it's difficult. I probably rate him 6 out of 10 because I feel that he has the potential to get smacked. He can lose your game, but then that's 6 where he can also change the game for you, both with bat and ball. Odin Smith has the potential. I think last time Odin Smith, they relied on him too much as a batsman because they saw a few innings against India. Bilateral series में और उन लोग समझा कि भाई ये बैटिंग ही करेंगे हमारे लिए. He's more of a bowler. So if you treat him like that, give him his 3-4 overs and give him that confidence, I think with the bat, when the opportunity arises, he can come and score a quick fire 30 of 10 also. He has that ability, but don't expect him to score runs. And I think in this lineup with Tewatia and Rashid coming ahead of him, if he does play, then that will also give him that cushion, that confidence, because he won't have a lot of pressure. But Punjabi is coming at 7, sometimes coming 6, 8. Over here, he'll probably bat at 9 or even 8. And it will give him a bit more cushion. It will take the pressure off him with the bat. He can perform with the bat, don't get me wrong, lekin he's not an all-rounder. He's someone who can hit out, get out. I'm more of a bowler, Odin Smith. I think you can play one of Tiwatia and Odin. They are similar players suited at number 7 position. True, but I think it's because that extra pacer that I want. That's the only reason I'm going with him. But and he also can hit. Maybe you take out Odin Smith, bring in Alzari Joseph, and you give the responsibility to Tiwatia and Mavi to do the batting, because I think Azari Joseph will be a very key bowler. Um, I don't know why I didn't put him in this 11, but now I'm thinking usko leke aa jana instead of Odin Smith. I know Odin will give you batting depth, but it's okay. Three bowlers, one less bowler, it's okay. Allow your top order to take more responsibility and score the runs. Yeah, I think so, man, Ibrahim, but you're right. Odin Smith played for Punjab last year. Yeah, he did, and he got smashed against Gujarat, if you remember. And then that same team who smashed him, they picked him up in the auction. That's crazy. Crazy scenes. So that's my opinion on Gujarat. Again, they're reliant on a few players, key players, match winners, individuals to replicate what they did last year. बहुत मुश्किल है, मगर मैं कुछ नहीं बोलूंगा because last time मैं last रखा उन लोग जीत गए. लेकिन फिर भी मैं एक चीज तो बोल दूंगा कि to win matches like that is going to be difficult. So again, they will need more of the players to step up, and batting can be an issue. That's why I'm keeping Williamson there. Maybe he will provide that stability and give them that platform to later counter attack or score big runs in the death overs. Where will they finish, man? Gujarat. Oh, I'm going eighth. Gujarat, I'm going eighth. I'm going Barm again. I just can't see it, man. Last time, I'm not saying it's a fluke, but last time everything went right for them. Every single thing went right for them. This year, I don't see it happening. I'm sorry, man. If it does, then again, you guys can banter me. Koi problem nahi hai, but I don't see them in the playoffs. And look, like Hardik Pandya, if he doesn't play a few games, that could be an issue. Last year, it wasn't. Rashid Khan did a good job, but Chennai has strengthened, man. Mumbai, yes, they lost Bumrah, but they have Archer there. Teams have strengthened. Sunrisers have strengthened. I don't know. It'll be more competitive for these guys. That's what I think. I don't think they can defend the title. True land. I agree. Not even top order, man. Shuman Gill, Hardik Pandya, Miller. This is the three they're dependent on. Williamson, we don't know, what form he's in, how he's going to do. Yes, if he turns out that Williamson of 2018, then Gujarat is in the playoffs, man, because Williamson will lay the platform for you. Hardik, Miller, Tripathi will finish. So, again, it will depend on the individual forms, but I'm going on paper in terms of the balance. I think batting is slightly weak, and I think they might not win the playoffs. I hope this time मैं गलत नहीं हूँ, मगर क्या बोल सकते, कुछ भी हो सकता है भाई. Anything can happen with the Gujarat Titans. If you guys have any more comments and questions, do let me know. Like I mentioned at the top of this start when we're talking about Gujarat, for me, the leading run scorer will be Shubman Gill, wicket taker. That's a tough one, but I'll because Rashid Khan is a brilliant bowler. Okay, let's go with Rashid Khan. I was just gonna say that it doesn't take as many wickets, but his economy is brilliant. His combination is crazy. But yeah, let's go with Rashid Khan. I think he had an outstanding PSL as well. Man is in form. I don't know why he's picking Gujarat and not Sunrisers. लेकिन ये बंदा विकेट तो लेने वाला है. Abhinav Manawar at 6 or 7, and with the second spinner ahead of Sai Kishore. But the thing is, you can do that, but Sai Kishore is a more prominent spinner, I feel. And in conditions when they're going to go to Chennai, when they go to Rajasthan, Mohali, I think you'll need that second spinner. They do have Tiwati as an option. You can play Manohar as well. Lekin I just think sometimes you need that out and out spin. That's why I went with Sai Kishore. Of course, there will be flexibility, like we mentioned with Punjab. This will not be their 11 every game. This might not even be their 11 at all. Lekin I just feel that at the start, you start with this, have your two spinners, and then you can rotate. Why not? I wish RCB picked Sam Curran. Man, the thing is, RCB, if you look in the past, they've had some incredible players. Yesterday, I was watching a game. उन लोग के KKR के against match था. उसमें कोहली 100 मारा था 2019, and Moeen Ali was in that team. Moeen Ali hit like 60 or 24 in that game. So they've had Moeen Ali, they've had Shane Watson, who everyone thought was finished when he was in RCB. Then he came and won the championship with Chennai Super Kings. They've had KL Rahul, they've had Chris Gayle, they've had a lot of players. Even if they got Sam Curran, I don't know, man. They have Glenn Maxwell right now. Glenn Maxwell is outstanding all-rounder. क्या जबरदस्त प्लेयर है भाई उन्हें. तो आरसीबी का हमेशा अच्छे प्लेयर होते हैं. सैम करन हो या ना हो, उनको दिक्कत आती है. तो पता नहीं भाई. That's just how I look at it. Yes, of course. But with Sam Curran, that's the one thing I do want to see, though, because in Australia, like I mentioned, the grounds were bigger, the dimensions were huge, that allowed him to get wickets on the boundary line, and also some of the balls wouldn't go for a boundary, whereas in India, it's shorter. Chinnaswamy is way shorter than like a Perth or a Melbourne. So, उस हिसाब से वो कैसा bowling डालेगा, will he be able to contain the boundaries? I know that he has a brilliant Yorker on him right now. He's developed that. He has some good pace when required. He has good cutter slower balls. When the pitch grips that, he will be effective. But the smaller dimensions will be a test for Sam Curran, and that's what I'm looking at. उन्हें कैसा handle करेगा वो. The good thing is that he's already played for this franchise for the Punjab Kings, तो उसको पता है कि भाई what the franchise is about. He understands the IPL. Also, he's played in the IPL. He's played under MS Dhoni for the Chennai Super Kings, and he's played in various situations. He's come one down. He's batted at 6-7. He's bowled in the power play. He's bowled in the death. He's bowled in the middle overs. So I think he is the package, man. You had that much money in the bank, you spent it on him, you still have more money in the bank. Punjab still went with a few crores left in the bank, so I think it was worth it, every penny. But I don't know what you guys think. Price tag pressure is always this thing in the IPL. We've seen it with Jaydev Unadkat. We saw it with whom last year, I can't remember, I'm blanking right now, but you guys mentioned in the comments yesterday, I remember. So will we see that with Sam Curran again? The price tag pressure, that's the only thing I think which might weigh him down. Otherwise, this guy is a proper T20 cricketer, and he's a player to watch out for. And if he has a very good tournament, Punjab has a good chance of getting close to that trophy. Let me know what you guys think about Gujarat and Punjab. Do catch us in the night. I think India time around 9:45, 9:30, 9:45, because हम करेंगे हमारी team Sunrisers Hyderabad. That's good. The last team we have to preview. Then tomorrow we'll do a big IPL preview, mega preview. We'll try to get guests in if we can, but me and Faz will do a big preview, and we'll discuss orange cap, purple cap, this, that, and whatnot. We'll also try to do an fantasy section if we can. Whoever is playing fantasy, let me know. I will also create that league and hopefully share the code on our socials. But yeah, so do join us tonight for Sunrisers, and then also do like and subscribe. We have some shorts coming up. जो छोटे reviews होते नहीं, छोटे previews, वो भी हम करके रख रहे हैं Instagram पे और YouTube पे, तो आप please follow करो. KKR is worst on paper, that's for sure. I completely agree. And last year for me it was Gujarat. This year it's KKR. The only difference is last year Hardik was there, captain. This year Iyer is not there. So if Iyer was there, maybe KKR could do something, but yeah, I don't know, man. KKR again. I refrain from predictions in IPL because I always get them wrong. But I see them coming last, man. They look very poor on paper. वही problem है उनका. मगर on the day क्या हो सकता है, क्या नहीं हो सकता. Eden Gardens is a great atmosphere. One or two players can win games. And if you see in the IPL traditionally, अगर आप देखें matches को, there's a lot of matches where your top 2-3 can win you a game with the bat, with the ball. Your fast bowler and spinner can just break the back of the opposition. There's like a one moment which can win you the game as well. Like we saw Rashid Khan against Sunrisers last year, Tewatia against Punjab both years in 2020 and 2023. तो उस हिसाब से you can't count any team out. That's the thing. That's why it's a bit because it's a T20 format, and each team does have some individual brilliant stars. They can win the game, and then you have a team full of stars. They might not be able to be finish the game. They might not be in form. So it's difficult to say, man. In the IPL, it's very difficult to say. You pick that 2016 final. उसमें AV था, कोहली था, गेल था. But then that innings of cutting was the difference. The bend cutting, it was the difference between the two sides. So yeah, it's difficult. Sometimes moments of brilliance, maybe sometimes it's the top order. A lot of the times, if you have a solid top order in form, you get to the playoffs. We saw that with CSK when Gaikwad and Faf were killing it. We saw it with Delhi Capitals when Dhawan and Shaw were killing it. We saw it with Sunrisers when Warner and Dhawan were killing it. So when you do have a really good top order, you might not win the trophy, lekin you have a good chance of making it to the playoffs. So I think teams will be dependent on that, and that's where I think Gujarat is lacking in terms of top order. But they do have a decent middle order. That engine of Pandya, Miller, even Williamson, Tewatia. You add to that Rashid Khan. I think it's decent, but top order, a lot will rely on Shubman Gill. If Shubman Gill can have a stellar season and just take his game to another level again, which is done in the past year, फिर उसके बाद कुछ भी हो सकता है गुजरात के साथ. It's a bit more unpredictable this time, especially with the performance last year. I am not confident that my prediction will be correct. Lekin I still feel that with other teams strengthening, they will have their challenges. That pretty much wraps it up, guys. It was a lot of fun. Thank you so much. We will catch you in a bit, in a few hours. I would say another 5 ghante mein, like no, 5.5 hours. We will see you again. We will be doing sunrises. That will be a high energy show as well. I will try to get Faiz on, and if anybody else is on, sunrises fan, we'll try to get them on as well. That'll be a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys think about where these two teams are going to finish. Your prediction for Gujarat, your prediction for Punjab Kings, and do subscribe, like, hit the notification button as well, so that you know that we are going live, and you also can see our short videos as well. बहुत बहुत shukriya. Until the night, take care. See you guys very soon, and have the good rest of the day. Thank you.